YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. And sorry the picture isn't as good as I want. I did a screenshot, but couldn't really get the resolution. But I think you should be able to read it as long as you have the stuff on good. If not, I'm reading it to you, so don't worry. So what I'm going to show you over the next couple of days, I'm going to show you the battles in the NAFT tournament, which is the North American Flash tournament. And it's all hosted by Poco, who is a player that you actually saw in the Wars of the Ancient tournament that Maximus hosted a while back. He played in the finals against Armenian King. Great games between the two of them. And in this case, Poco is going to be hosting this tournament and playing in it. So it's an interesting tournament, and if you're interested in being a part of the North American Flash Tournament organization, so it's focused around trying to get together competitive players in the North America region and having some fun tournaments, I will link to it. Feel free to check it out. And I just wanted to say thanks to Poco for sending these to me. It's always fun to show you this and just kind of show you how the people like to play the game competitively. But anyway, let's move on here. So the rules for the tournament, and I like his little description up here. It's like, sick of the current barbarian meta? This Flash tourney's for you. No barbarian factions allowed. So the rules were for this tournament: large funds. Factions can only be used once until the finals. The player on top of the bracket chooses the faction first, as well as the map. Max 6 of the same unit, max 1 elephant or chariot, and it doesn't count towards the cavalry max. Max of 8 cavalry total. Roman and Carthaginian generals don't count in that. Max of 3 skirmish cav, horse archer, or javelin. No artillery, no boxing, no red line camping, no deliberate pull-throughs. Knocked over infantry with the cavalry, and then skirmishers do not count. No nomads, no barbarians. The maps available are Nemeticina, Pyramids, Demeti, Rugion, and Amasia. So let's jump into this. And this is the finals, by the way. So this was the final match. I believe it was... Yeah, so sorry. I don't know why I just got confused. It's the final match. It's between Poco and Hamilcar Barca, which is a sweet name. Love that name, by the way. Hamilcar was the father of Hannibal, of course. So yes, Poco versus Hamilcar Barca. Check out the sweet view I got here too. That's going to end up being the thumbnail for these tournament battles. So, in any case, we start off. Poco is commanding the Seleucids here. Let's take a look at his army real quick. And this is going to be fun for me because I have not watched these battles yet. They're going to unfold for me the same way they're going to unfold for you. And let's see. It looks like he's got Hillman and Thurio spears on each flank. That's a pretty good idea. Hillmen are a great cheap unit with javelins. Thurio spears, of course, very versatile at taking out cavalry if they're used properly. His center is going to look like 4 thorax swords and a silver shield swordsman. That's an interesting choice. You don't see silver shield swords too often. And let's see. So archers, Eastern slingers, Median cav, Median, and Median. So 5 Median cav and a Syrian armored elephant. Now the reason he's chosen silver shield swordsman is probably because his opponent is playing as Egypt. And it's not likely for the Egyptian to bring Galatian Royal Guard. So against thorax swords, silver shield swords are very tough. Anyway, let's take a look at the Egyptian player, see if we can understand his build. A few of them are hidden over here. We can see 2 Egyptian cav here and 2 more here, so 4 Egyptian cav in total. The center, I can see 4 thorax swordsmen. The general is a royal peltist, so that can match the the silver shield swords. Mercenary Rhodians, so 2 mercenary Rhodians. Looks like on the flanks we've got 2 Carian axemen, Levi Thurio spear. There's the other Egyptian cav. Ooh, so actually that's 5 thorax swords and a royal peltist. Yeah, 5 thorax swords, royal peltist on each flank, 2 Carian axemen, and 1 Levi Thurio spears. Yeah, 4 Egyptian cav, 2 mercenary Rhodians. So cavalry advantage is definitely in favor of the Seleucids. The Median cav ought to do very well. Egyptian cavalry is not very good on the charge. It's okay if you can get it in after a charge. Infantry advantage, I think, goes to Egypt here. More thorax swords and a royal peltist with the Carian axemen. Ooh, a Sobek cultist. I missed this. That could be pivotal depending on what happens here. So these guys deliver a fear effect. Skirmishing advantage is going to be in favor of the Seleucids. I like how he brought the archer just in case there was enemy elephants, but still plenty of long-range firepower with the two eastern slingers. Good choice. Hillmen are in some ways kind of like Levy Freeman, obviously without spears. They're good at being cheap and throwing javelins, and that's exactly what they're doing here, going after these Carian axemen. Carian axemen, though, are similar, but just more expensive than the Hillmen, and they would probably beat them down, and they are. So, looks like we're going to have a straight-up engagement. Here comes Poco just coming straight at it here. Median Cav and Egyptian Cav squaring off back here, and actually going poorly. Well, it's about even right there, so the Medians must not have gotten a good charge. Infantry engagement up the center. Thorax swords ought to get smashed by silver shields. Where's the Royal Peltist generals holding back? Levi Thurios, Sobek Cultist all holding back. The Egyptian goes into shield wall with all sword units. Let's see if any of his units turned around backwards. That sometimes happens. You should always click an attack order after you go into shield wall, and it looks like his guys are good. Carian Axeman moving around, potentially going to get at the skirmishers of Poco. That could be dangerous. So Hamilcar Barca engagements are looking quite good for him so far. The Median Cav is not landing any rear charges. It almost got to the skirmishers here, but it's going to get intercepted by Levi Thurio spears. Median Cav pushing to try and get through. Quite a few kills on it. Carian Axeman getting beat down by Thurio spears over here. This engagement is actually not going very great for the Thurios, or for the Silver Shield Swordsman. That's rough to have a unit that expensive. Royal Peltist pushing out the cavalry. This is... I said it wasn't looking good, but then I forgot the Seleucids have elephants. And here they come crashing in. Egyptians do have Levi Thurio spears. If they get javelins off, that is going to be all she wrote for the elephants as far as not being amok. But it looks like he's going to get his own Thurio spears free to intercept. So the elephant's still a factor. I'm guessing the Royal Peltas still have javelins, and they're moving towards the elements. Ooh, rear charge here from Carian Axeman against the Thorax Swords of Poco. That is an excellent move there, and that is going to hurt the Thorax Swordsman badly. The infantry engagement not going near as well here for the Silver Shield Swords as I thought it would. They have a very nice charge, and I'm surprised that they didn't pummel these guys way worse. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I must have missed it. Median Cav, some of them getting free. The Egyptian cavalry actually doing very well for itself. Looks like it was well used by Hamilcar Barca. Elephants now moving in on the Sobek Cultist. No units. Well, yep, the Royal Peltist do have javelins, probably. I don't know, they may have used all their javelins. Incoming fire here, though, from Levi Thurio spears. I'm surprised the elephants are not already mucked. They're getting fire from their own, or no, these Carian Axemen. Egyptian units behind the enemy line, and now they're actually going to run amok right into his general. This is very bad for the Seleucids at this point. Very, very bad. He needs these elephants, but there are a lot of javelin-bearing units and mercenary Rhodian slingers. The Rhodian slingers are going to meet their fate here, but still lots of javelins coming in from the infantry here. And this is why elephants can be so hard to use in this patch, because so many infantry units have javelins, and that makes it so very dangerous for elephants and cavalry. And these Syrian armored elephants have only gotten 100 kills on enemies and quite a few kills on their own men. They are still running amok and not getting enough kills here. And the armies of the Seleucids are kind of evaporating here. And with the death of the general, these eastern slingers are now wavering and about to be attacked in the rear by a... Well, no, that's a routing thorax sword. If they get attacked in the rear by those axemen, then it's over, because their morale is quite weak. The elephants have the potential to kill all this infantry here, but they're going down now. Most of the infantry's probably out of javelins, but the elephants still aren't under control. They've gotten a lot of kills, but you can see that because they weren't able to be instrumental in the infantry fight earlier, it's still very, very close here. If these slingers survived a late game, though, that is going to be very dangerous for Hamilcar Barca. If they have enough ammo left, they can do some serious damage. Carian Axeman just beelining it for him and being chased by Thurio spears. Let's check those elephants. They do have 250 kills. They're now back under his control, but then immediately run amok with another javelin volley. So many javelins on enemy infantry. 300 kills now, though. He has weakened the enemy infantry very substantially. Quite a few Royal Peltas left, but I mean, again, if these slingers have plenty of ammo, This is going to be a dangerous situation. The problem is going to be he's going to be able to get chased from so many angles. Look at these Carrion Axemen just managing to stay in front of the Thurio Spears. Carrion Axemen are only active, the Thurio Spears are winded. May have caught them here. These slingers are free. Elephant's still alive. Actually not running amok for once. 302 kills. 309 kills, just bowling through these infantry. Wow, these guys are still alive. This Poco Pax might turn this around. I don't know, he's got so few units left now. I'm worried that the army losses is going to stack up. A Carrion Axeman here, which really could be handy at chasing these guys right now, though I'm guessing Hamilcar lost track of it. He's trying to kill the elephants. Poco Pax needs to watch it with these slingers. He could kill his last elephant. But, I mean, wow, look at all this wavering going on here. The fear effect and the army losses. This is incredible. The one elephant has racked up over 60 kills. Ooh, friendly fire here, though. So many Egyptian units routing now. This, oh my gosh, I think he might turn this around. Gosh, it's still so close. Elephant goes amok and dies. But again, depending on the amount of ammo left on these slingers, Poco Pax might have this. These thorax swords are going to get whipped by the slingers. How tired are the slingers? They're not tired. Neither slinger unit is tired. They're still going to have all their speed. Square formation for the Thurio Spear, so they're going to last a while here in combat. But they're going to get chased. Oh, he better hope these guys don't have javelins. I don't think they do, or else he would have been using them on the elephants. Square formation on the Thurio Spears here versus the Carrion Axemen. That's going to take them a long time to win if they win. Thorax Sword's almost dead, so now we're going to start the kiting game here. Oh, Mercenary Rhodian Slingers still alive. And they still have ammo. These guys don't have their daggers out. So this is going to be problematic. The Rhodian Slingers are going to be able to fire while these guys run from the Thorax Swords. He really needs to finish these Thorax Swords. Oh, because that's going to hurt. Rear fire from the Rhodians. It's going to hurt their morale. Look down to red. If they get hit here and attacked, they're going to rout. Royal Pelt is still trying to finish off these units. Both units wavering here. Oh, good grief. This is close. This is close. Yeah, he's going to... Oh, yeah, he's got to be really careful here. If he gets caught on any of these, it's really bad. Oh, they rout. So, man, he's got to focus on these Rhodians, though. He's got to take the Rhodians out, and he can't stop running from these Levi Thurios. He's definitely got a speed advantage here, but, I mean, Levi Thurios are very light and pretty quick units as well. That's going to be tricky to get enough distance to get shots. So he's going to ignore the Rhodians for a moment and fire on these guys. Not a bad plan. It is into their shielded side, unfortunately. And these guys are somewhat spread out during the chase, so not going to be super effective shots, but it should kill some of them. Those Levi Thurios are very quick considering that they're tired. They're keeping pace with these slingers. It looks like the rest of Poco Pax infantry is now gone. Yeah, so it's really just a kiting game here, but I mean, any little mistake in this kiting game and it's going to be over. And these Rhodian slingers may make all the difference. Coming up on a red line here, so he's going to have to watch out for the red line. He's going to get shot in the back by these slingers. They still do not have their daggers out, so these guys still have ammo. That is really unfortunate for Poco Pax that that unit came back. I'm sure, though, that the Egyptian player is quite happy about it. Nice rear shots into the Levi Thurios, dropping a few more of them. He's going to have to get away from the red line, and this is going to be tricky. Oh, really good rear shots again. The Levi Thurio Spear just hanging on here. Its morale not wavering. Oh, wavering attacked in the rear from the Rhodian Slingers. This is going to be the problem. These guys are now dead, and this battle is over. So there's no way he can keep kiting. Very close battle. Very good fight from both players. That was interesting. I'm really surprised that those Royal Thorax Swords didn't waste the Thorax Swords on the charge. He must not have gotten a proper charge or something. There must have been a factor that I didn't catch there that played into it, because typically those guys are going to really beat the crap out of Thorax Swords. Egyptian player went into Shield Wall earlier, and that may very well have played into it, but I mean, these Silver Shield Swordsmen only getting 73 kills in their fight. That is bad. And that's really probably what cost him the match here. I'm thinking that he was probably expecting a breakthrough. The Elephants, all things considered, ended up doing very well for Poco Pax, and it was very fortunate considering they were running amok so much. A couple of his Median cav doing quite well, but the Egyptian cavalry actually holding their own. And the Hillmen, of course, being useful. Levy Thurio Spears, look at this, 98 kills on a Levy Thurio Spear. That is never going to hurt anything. Carry an Axeman with a lot of kills too. That's very cost-effective kills right there. But I mean, Thurio Spears with 228 and 174, that's also very cost-effective for these guys. Wow. Very fun battle. Hamilcar Barca and Poco Pax there. Hope you all enjoyed that one. I will be back with the next game right after this, so I will see you then.